everyone, my name is Jessica and today I'm here to chat about some sports romances you have to read this spring. These romances range from all different kinds of sports, from hockey to Formula One to tennis. I don't know about you, but I really love reading a bunch of different sports romances just to change things up, and because I'm someone who loves all kinds of sports. So I will go ahead and get to 6 recommendations you should pick up this spring. The first one I have is Not So Fast by Karen Booth, which is a Formula One romance between a podcaster and a Formula One driver. The heroine recently did go viral for her episode recently talking a little bit bad about the hero, and she really loves the podcast that she's doing. She's gone through a lot of different jobs and is just having a hard time finding what she's truly passionate about, and she feels like she finally found that. One of his teammates decides to invite her to one of their races because he thinks it'll get into his head, which it does, and she's super excited though to be able to attend a race, and she meets the hero and they instantly have a connection, even though he immediately is like, oh my gosh, this is a girl who's been talking bad about me this whole time, like I'm obviously not gonna like her. But they do have insane chemistry together and can't stop being around each other. So if you want a Formula One romance where they kind of don't like each other but have an instant attraction, definitely pick this one up. The next one I have is The Shots You Take by Rachel Reed. This one is a hockey romance where we have 2 heroes who used to have a friends with benefits situation going on when they used to be teammates. It was an ex-teammate's second chance romance. They were former best friends, and Riley left hockey 10 years ago and he never expected to really see anybody from that world again, but tragedy does strike his life, so his best friend comes back into the picture. Adam is still a hotshot hockey player, so he comes back to the small town of Nova Scotia and tries to get back into Riley's life and win him back and really help him through what he's going through. They do have to go through a lot of emotional moments together because of the grief that Riley is experiencing, but there is a very sweet connection between them and definitely lots of chemistry that they are trying to forget from when they used to be together. If you want a second chance between ex-teammates who were friends with benefits with a hockey player / ex-hockey player, definitely check out this one. If you want another second chance romance, but this time with tennis, I would recommend Breakpoint by Yara St. John. This one, our characters are both tennis players, and the heroine actually gave up literally everything when they broke up, so she does not play tennis anymore. She is invited back to a charity event, and she's like, what could go wrong? Little does she know she'll be playing against her ex, and he has given up everything for his tennis career, but he really doesn't feel very content with his life, and he doesn't know why until he sees our heroine. But his entire family is depending on him with the money he brings in from tennis, so that really puts him in a tough spot, especially when him and the heroine end up rekindling a little bit of a flame that they had before, and emotions are getting involved again, which is definitely one of my favorite things about second chance romances. So if you want a second chance romance where their romance already costs one of them everything, I would check out Breakpoint. If you want a basketball romance, I would recommend Guarding His Heart by Cynthia Williams. This one, our hero is going out with a bang from his basketball career, and he wants to have a natural photo shoot to end his career, and the romance is with the photographer. She ends up being the one to shoot his photo shoot of this process for him, and sparks fly between them, but he does have a lot to bring into the relationship. He has an ex-wife, he has kids, so there will be a lot in their relationship if she does decide to start something with him, and the hero is definitely going through a lot because he is retiring from his basketball career, so it's like, what is there to happen next for him? He's definitely in a really tough spot with not knowing what comes next and possibly starting a new relationship. So if you want a sports romance where it is a basketball romance with someone at the end of their career, pick up this one. The next recommendation I have is An Alaskan Arrangement by Michelle Lindo Rice. This one is between an ex-swimmer and a woman who works for a cruise line. She is a cruise ship assistant manager, and she recently got passed up for promotion, so she is really annoyed, so she decides to take a break and go on a vacation to Alaska, and she actually had a fling at her sister's wedding with Ethan, who is the ex-swimmer. He ends up accompanying her on this Alaskan adventure, and they go on a lot of excursions together, have a lot of fun, and kind of rekindle something that they once had. But does she really want to get back into a relationship with him after the way things had ended? If you want a romance that takes place in Alaska with some travel and it is a second chance romance, I would check out An Alaskan Arrangement. The last romance I have is Beach Cottage Kisses by Tara Taylor Quinn. This one is a surfing romance. So the hero and heroine have had a kiss together, but they've agreed to strictly stay in the friend zone because they know that they both cannot commit to a relationship right now. But the hero does get into an accident in surfing, and so he needs care 24/7. So she ends up moving in with him in order to take care of him because he is her best friend. So this is a friends to lovers romance where they know that if they share any more kisses or anything like that, cross any line, they will never be able to go back because of how strongly they feel for one another. So they don't know if they want to cross that line or not, but they are around each other all the time because the heroine is taking care of him after he gets injured, and he has to get used to being injured and relying on someone else. So the hero's really going through a lot in this book as well. But if you want a friends to lovers romance where it's forced proximity with a surfer, check this one out. And those are all of my sports romance recommendations for a variety of sports that I think it would be perfect to pick up this spring, whether you want some hockey, some tennis, some surfing, some swimming. We have you covered with these recs. Let me know your favorite sport to read in the comments down below, and I hope you pick up some great books this spring.